My name is Luey Khalaf. I'm 28 years old. I come from Aleppo, from Syria. I am an environmental engineer. Also, I am a chemical engineer. I studied 2 different bachelor's degrees. I am a project coordinator working in a local NGO here in Mersin city in Turkey.
Bu 100 lira. O 150 lira.
Actually, I obtained the Turkish nationality back in 2018. Yet I am feeling not accepted in some cases when I am applying for job vacancies. But yet my family members, my father, my mother and my brothers didn't obtain the Turkish nationality. Although they are well educated as me, my brother is graduated from the university here at Mersin. My father is a judge, used to be a judge in Syria. My mother is a teacher, and still their status in Turkey are the under temporary protection, as they call the TPID. Unfortunately, it is. Some of the parties here in Turkey are using the Syrian crisis as a material in their election propaganda. Deportation has been taking a big part of the news recently, and this is affecting all Syrians under temporary protection. Many Syrians have concerns whether after the election are we going to be deported to Syria. We hear from here and there from politicians in Turkey that if they win, they will deport Syrians. They will deport Syrians under temporary protections. And this is really creating big concerns to Syrians under temporary protection here in Turkey, to refugees. I believe we can start with supporting social cohesion projects. For instance, here in Mersin, we have many Syrian NGOs, but yet all of them are lacking funding. We can start with supporting the media, the opposite media, to reflect the good image of refugees. Syrian refugees in Turkey actually were a bit sad because let me call it the double standards in treating refugees. Being a Syrian refugee means that you are not accepted. But if you are a refugee of a different nationality, maybe that would make you a more qualified refugee or the ideal refugee. So I believe we can start with the media. We can reflect the good image of refugees here in Turkey. We can support those who are working in the sake of refugees, in the sake of vulnerable people. We need to remember always that a vast majority of refugees are women and children. They are in vulnerable situation. So when the media starts taking refugees and Syrian refugees as their material for what kind of the topic is, they are actually creating a big stress on those families. Those families have children, those families have people with disabilities, and yet most of them don't speak Turkish. And this is creating one more obstacle for them. So even learning Turkish language, providing Turkish courses for Syrians also would be a big asset for integration. Among the Syrians in Turkey, Syrian NGOs, Syrian associations are the best to deal with Syrian refugees since they are from the same community. As Syrians, we understand each other's problems. We understand the culture. It's our culture. It's the same culture. So I believe Syrians must go and develop strong NGOs between them, CSOs, in order to start having real projects to work on integration for Syrians in Turkey. temporary status is, as it's temporary, it creates you this feeling like you, any day, any time, you would be asked to leave. Syrians in Turkey are being classified under temporary protection, not as refugees in Europe. This classification of Syrians gives you this feeling of temporarity. So you don't need to learn Turkish since you are temporarily protected. You don't need to start establishing a new life here since you are temporarily protected. Since you are going to open Facebook, since you are going to watch the news, and you will see that this party or the other party is going to deport you once they will win. And you are already temporarily protected. This means you will leave. This country is not yours. Temporary protection, in my opinion, of course, in my opinion, is not accurate classification for Syrians here. Days ago, we heard a statement from the municipality director here in Mersin, Mr. Wahab Sechar. He said that after elections, some kind of agreement, international agreement, will occur in Syria, and then they will guarantee the safety of Syrians in order to deport them to Syria in safe conditions. The first reaction of me as a Syrian, and everyone I know here in Turkey, that we are not going to go back to Syria as long as Bashar al-Assad is there. The main problem in Syria is Bashar al-Assad. We have 12 million Syrians who have left their homes. 12 million Syrians, either refugees or internally displaced persons. We have more than 1 million people killed. We have 3 million people are lost either in prisons or that we don't know where they are. They were captured or kidnapped. All of those were done by Bashar al-Assad. Bashar al-Assad is responsible of those crimes. He is the main criminal in Syria. As long as we are not going to witness a fair trial, a fair court in Syria, in order to bring those criminals, to ask them who have used the chemical weapons in Syria in 2013, in August 21, who have used the barrel bombs in Aleppo, who have killed all these civilians, we are not going to go back. I don't feel safe as long as Bashar al-Assad in Damascus. And I feel sorry when some municipality directors in Turkey are being engaged in politics. I don't know if they are being serious or psychiatrists when they say that we are going to ensure a safe return to Syrians, but I don't feel safe as long as Bashar al-Assad is there.